My little baby one. I'm so glad you're here for the makeup and not the hair because it looks pretty bad. I know. Hey guys, what is up? What's good? It's your girl Ashley and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm bringing to you guys a makeup toot using only Wet n Wild makeup products. Ooh. A lot of you guys have been requesting Wet n Wild and a lot of you guys have been requesting cruelty free, and it just so happens that Wet n Wild is a cruelty free brand, which is so cool. You guys know. So if you guys like me and you guys like my channel, don't forget to press that subscribe button and also click the little bell so that way you guys are notified anytime I upload a new video, which for your knowledge, is 2 times a week, every single week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. So without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and get into the video. So I'm gonna first start off with brows. I'm gonna use the Coloricon brow pencil in the shade Brunettes Do It Better. Now this is a crayon brow pencil, so you have to sharpen it, which, you know, really isn't my favorite, but I do appreciate the fact that there is a spoolie on the opposite end. So I'm gonna do my brows how I normally would. I'm just going to underline them, and this does seem to be a very waxy formula, and I don't know about it being in a crayon form because it doesn't really stay super sharp, so I can't really get precise lines, and it's also really creamy to the point where when I press down it kind of like gets dull. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the point really isn't even there anymore, and I'm not even done with my brow yet. To clean up my brows and underline them, I will be using the Photo Focus Concealer by Wet n Wild. Using the G10 brush, I'm going to use the concealer I put on my eyelids to underline my brows as well. Whatever is left over on my brush, I'm just gonna take it above so I can really just sharpen up that tail. So this is pretty much what my brows are looking like. Right off the bat, I would say that I would not repurchase, or I would not recommend that you guys purchase the brow pencil, just because, like I said, it is very, very hard to kind of like maneuver. It gets dull, it's a little bit messy. So if you don't really want to go through that, I definitely recommend grabbing like a retractable brow pencil, like the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. Today, I'm gonna be using the All Naturel palette by Wet n Wild. This one is in the shade Nude Awakening. So I'm gonna pick up that bone colored shadow, and I'm just going to rock it in my crease all the way up to my brow bone. The brush I'm using to do this is a Sigma E25, which is just a tapered blending brush. I feel like everybody needs a brush like this in their collection. I'm thinking I'm just gonna keep it pretty basic, pretty simple, pretty user-friendly. So I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that taupey brown on a Sigma E40 blending brush, and I'm going to rock this in my crease as my transition color. I'm gonna go in big circular motions towards the outer portion of my eye. Seems like the shadows are blending out really, really nice. That really nice faint color. Let's see if it's buildable. Yeah, so the shadow definitely is buildable. It goes on sheer at first, but the more you layer on top, the darker it gets, which I like. I often find that when you go in with shadows that are super pigmented right away, it's really hard to blend them out. So shadow palettes like this that aren't as pigmented when you first apply them work really, really well for beginners. I'm now gonna go with a little bit more of a concentrated brush. I'm gonna use my Sigma E25 tapered blending brush, and I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of that taupey brown color, and I'm really just gonna focus this in my crease to really just define it out. Just gonna pack it on the outer V, and then I'm going to put it in my crease. So I like to just open up my eye and then run my brush back and forth. I like to hold my brush like this and then go back and forth. This really just helps it blend out very, very nicely. So I'm also putting it like right here in the very inner corner to kind of carve out that socket. And as you can see, it looks really, really pretty. All right, so I think that's looking pretty good. Taking a fluffy E40 brush, I'm gonna pick up that purpley like brown color, and I'm just going to layer it directly over top of that taupey brown. Like this, and I'm going in with a fluffy brush at first just because I really like to build up colors as opposed to just going in with them like right away, super intense. I just feel like it really helps my blending. Once I have it layered on in a blown out way, I'm gonna go in with a more concentrated brush, the Sigma E25, and I'm going to pack it right here closest to my lash line and also on the outer V into my crease. So I'm really packing it on the outer V just because I want that to be the darkest area. I'm now gonna go in with a clean Sigma E25, and I'm really just going to buff out any harsh edges I created while applying that shadow. I'm now gonna go in with the Mega Glow contouring palette in the shade Caramel Toffee, and I'm gonna take that banana shade right there on a Sigma E25, and I'm just gonna put this on my brow bone, and I'm just gonna blend back and forth. I really like to do this to really help further blend that transition color into my brow bone. And I just go side to side. To carve out the inner 1/3 of my lid, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild concealer. I'm going to take the one I have in the shade called Ivory, put a little bit on the back of my hand like this, and then take my G10 brush, pick up a little bit of it. And like I said, I am just going to apply that right here and with a little bit at a time, just because I don't want to put too much all at once. And when you do this, you really want to make sure you're blending out the edges as you go, because once this sets, you could have a very harsh line, which isn't really what we want. Taking this super cute Wet n Wild brush, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that concealer, and then I'm just gonna pack it with this. This is a little bit more of a fluffy brush, so it's gonna be easy for me to pack the color and also blend at the same time. Picking up that bone colored shadow with the Wet n Wild brush, I'm gonna pack it directly over top of that concealer we applied. And as you can see, applying that concealer really is going to allow the inner part of my lid to really stand out. I'm now going to start blending out this really harsh edge right here. So I'm gonna use the same brush I've been using, the Sigma E25. It still has a little bit of product on it. And then I'm just going to take my brush and go back and forth over that harsh edge. Now that that's done, I'm wanting to go in with liner. Wet n Wild has the MegaSlim Skinny Tip Eyeliner in black. Now I'm really nervous. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm super picky about my liners, but it looks like it's gonna be super black. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of like separating. I don't really like that. So I don't want to risk messing it up, so I think I'm going to skip out on liquid liner today, and I'm going to use the On Edge Long Wearing Eye Pencil. This one is in the shade You're the Yin, and I'm going to use this to tightline. Now going in with mascara, I'm going to use the Lash Renegade mascara. This one is in Brazen Black, and it's in a pretty cool packaging. I could dig it. And if you look at the wand right here, it has like a ball tip. So that is very interesting. Ooh. I feel like the ball tip is really getting, you know, those lashes that are in the very inner part of my lid. Uh-oh, I kind of got it on my shadow. It whips. It's a little bit weird to hold just because the ball makes it a little difficult, but I think it's something that I could definitely get used to. The bristles on this thing makes it so easy to comb out every single lash. I am so impressed. So I'm gonna take a small break from my eyes, and I'm going to clean up under here just a little bit. That's pretty good. I am now gonna go ahead and prime my face. Wet n Wild has the Photo Focus Face Primer. I'm gonna take a little bit of this and pump it on the back of my hand, so like about that much. It says that it refines pores, fills fine lines, brightens the complexion, and evens out your skin tone. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it right here, and then I'm gonna work it into my skin. It feels really soft and smooth on the skin, which I like. It gets tacky, which makes me feel like my foundation is really going to stick and hold onto it and last all day long. So that's a good thing. You guys know I struggle with redness, so I also saw that they had the Photo Focus color correcting palette. So it has a green, a purple, a white, and a yellow. I'm just gonna be using the green, and I'm just gonna use my fingers. I'm just going to, you know, swirl my finger in there. It seems like it's gonna be pretty creamy. So I'm just gonna apply it over the areas where I have a little bit more redness, and it seems to be blending out nicely with my fingers. I will say that it does come off as being a little bit drying as opposed to some of the other color correctors I've worked with in the past. Yeah, it's definitely drying, as you can see. As soon as I put it on my skin, it sets super fast, so it's kind of hard to blend out. It's also caking up like around my nose, which I don't like. And then like when I blend it out, it kind of separates and looks super weird. So I think I'm just gonna stop using this just because it's separating on my skin in a really weird way. Not my favorite. I'd pass on that. I'm now gonna move on to foundation. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I am in the shade Golden Beige. This is not a new product for me. I have had this in my collection for a little bit now and I absolutely love it. What I really love about the foundation is that it comes with like this spatula, so you can just easily apply it to the skin. I feel like I'm putting on a ton. Got it in my brows. I got it in my brows. That's probably way more than I need. It's in my brows. I'm a mess. I gotta wet my beauty blenders. I'll be right back. Just taking my damp beauty blender, I'm just going to pounce this into the skin. I freaking love it. It is so good. I wanna say this foundation is like $5.99. And it's one of the most affordable foundations I have found that is like really, really good. It's definitely medium to full coverage. It's buildable. Moving on to concealer, you guys know I've been loving the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. So I have two different shades. I have Ivory and then I have Light Medium Beige. I'm gonna take Ivory and I'm gonna stick it right here towards the very inner part of my under eye area, and then I'm gonna take the shade Light Medium Beige and then I'm gonna apply it right over here like that. Taking my damp Miracle Sponge, I'm just going to blend this out underneath my eyes. I'm gonna look up. Now I like to do one eye at a time just because I do feel like the concealer sets pretty quickly. Also use the concealer to clean up the edges of my eyeshadow. I'm just gonna pick up that banana shade with the Real Techniques Miracle Sponge, and I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna set that under eye concealer ever so lightly. To set the rest of my face, I will be using this pressed powder in Warm Beige, and the brush I'm using to apply it is the Large Powder F20 by Sigma. I'm just gonna swirl my brush all up in here, and then I'm just going to pat it onto my face. And I'm also going to sweep a little bit of it underneath my eyes to just make sure my under eye powder blends with my face powder. I don't want it to be like a super stark yellow because that's never a good look. Moving right back up to the eyes, I'm gonna take that purpley brown shade on a flat definer brush by Sigma, and I'm just going to use this to tightline my lower lash line. Tightline, no, I'm gonna use this to define my lower lash line and bring all the shadows together. Picking up a little bit of that taupey color and a little bit of the purpley brown, I'm gonna use a pencil brush to smoke it out. This is the Sigma E30 pencil brush. Using a Morphe M508, I'm really going to push this closest to that lash line. What I really love about this one versus the flat definer by Sigma is that the brush is super duper small, so it's super easy to get like right up under the lower lash line. Gonna apply a little bit of this mascara to my lower lashes, which is a little weird to do, I'm not gonna lie, with this big old ball. I'm debating whether or not I should put a shimmer on my lid instead of this matte. What do you guys think? Like a shimmery, smoky purple. I think I'm gonna go for it. I think I'm gonna switch it up on your ass. So I'm gonna take the Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals on a flat shader, E57 by Sigma. So I'm just going to pick some of that up, and then I'm going to dampen my brush with a little bit of the Photo Focus spray. I have no idea what that says, so we're just gonna say spray. I'm gonna spray it like bam bam, and then I'm just going to stick it right here on my lid. Oh, that's so pretty. I think that's way better. Now I'm just gonna pop on my falsies. Perfect, so my lashes are on. I'm feeling it, I'm loving it, especially now that I put that shimmer shade over top of the matte shade that was there. I feel like this just looks a lot better. It looks a lot more like myself. So I'm gonna bronze up the skin. I purchased the Ticket to Brazil bronzer by Wet n Wild, and it broke in the bag and it's getting all over me. But I'm gonna still try to use it just because I bought it. This is the MAC 135 and I'm gonna use it to bronze up my skin, give me some color. And if I love it, I'll go out and buy another one. This is pretty. To further contour, I will be taking this contour palette. This is in the shade Dulce de Leche. And I am gonna use the Soft Angled Contour Brush by Sigma. And I'm just gonna apply this right here. Whew, I like it. Obviously, I am gonna use this guy right here. This is the Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Precious Petals, the same shimmery color we put on our eyelids. I'm gonna use it on my cheeks. This stuff is just bomb. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this on my M510 and just pop it right here. Now I am only gonna put this highlight like right here. I'm not gonna bring it right here on my cheek just because I really feel like that just, you know, makes the texture a little bit more obvious. So I'm only gonna stick it right here. Just a tad bit on the tip of my nose. I feel like I always go crazy on this part. So right there, a little bit on my Cupid's bow. I'm gonna take some of this highlighter and pop it right here in the very inner corner of my eye to draw light. Now the blush I picked up for this look, unfortunately, I feel like it's going to clash a little bit. I picked up this blush right here, which is called Mellow Wine. It is a little bit more of a warm blush, so I don't think that it's gonna go with this look, but hopefully if I use a really light hand, it won't be like super warm. You feel me? But I'm still gonna try it even though it's gonna clash. So wow, that definitely looks very pigmented. I'm scared. Yeah, super pigmented. It definitely is a really beautiful blush, but like I said, it's just not gonna go with this look. So I'm sitting here regretting my decisions not to get like a nude lipstick, because you guys know nude's like my go-to. I always gravitate more towards nude when I do more of like a smokier eye, but unfortunately I didn't pick up like a nude lipstick. I only picked up these 4 colors, which are their liquid, you know, lipsticks. The only 2 I think may match are like these 2 right here, but we're gonna test them out, or maybe these 2. Not entirely sure. That is the coral one, and that is kind of like the mauve-y one. So I'm definitely gonna go with this one. Before I do that, I'm gonna line my lips. The lip liner I got is this one right here. It says Our First Gel Formula Lip Liner. This is their gel lip liner in the shade Bear to Comment. And apparently it's just like a nude. Can I just put this all over my lips? Oh no. Ooh, I like it. I like that color. It's really pretty, huh? What do you guys think? So I will say that this lip liner is super duper creamy on the lips. It doesn't feel drying at all. You'll know what I mean. I don't think that it's gonna be a long wearing product. So if you wear it on its own, you definitely probably will have to reapply when you eat and stuff like that. But I just really like the color. And since I didn't really plan the shadows with the lip colors very well, I'm just gonna stick with this. But you can definitely use like this, or you could use this. This is the Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick. I'm not really sure how these wear, but that's what it looks like. It will definitely go with this, but I just feel like it's a little dark, and I don't know if I want that. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna apply it. Oh, it doesn't look that terrible on top of this lip. I went ahead and popped on the liquid lip, and this one is in the shade Metal Rose, and I like it. I think the colors really complement each other. What do you think? So to finish off this look, I'm just gonna use a little bit of the Photo Focus Setting Spray, and I'm just gonna set my makeup in place. Ooh, Too close. Wow, that's definitely one hell of a spray. And you guys, that is pretty much it. That is the end of today's video. What'd you think? Did you like it? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know what other full face videos you guys want to see in the comments, because you guys seem to really like these videos. In fact, I really like to do them. It really allows me to step out of my comfort zone and try products that I normally wouldn't try otherwise. So smash that like button if you guys haven't already. And I don't think I have anything else to say except I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.